tune-up today. For all your cooling, plumbing, and electrical needs, you know who to call.
For all the right reasons, call 866-4Seasons.
Reason number 354 to visit the city of Countryside, Chicago's Western Gateway. How about Flag Creek Golf Course, one of the finest 9-hole golf courses in the Chicagoland area? This Greg Martin design course offers something for every skill of golfer. Conveniently located off of I-55 and 294. So book your tee time today at flagcreekgolfcourse.com. Looking for a new home base? Visit the city of Countryside, Chicago's Western Gateway.
Clan of New York City was out and about today celebrating the Knicks championship. White Sox right in the throes of it as they wrap up their series with the Yankees tonight. First pitch scheduled for 6:05. I'm Jeff Meller here on the Advantage Dealer Group pregame show. Len Casper and Darren Jackson will be joining us shortly before then from the Bell Tire broadcast booth. The White Sox are 32-21. That's a .604 winning percentage since April 17th, the second best record in the American League, behind only these New York Yankees, who are 35-18 over that period of time. Today's starting lineup is brought to you by Pete's Market. They feed Chicago best. Pete's Market, home of the freshest produce and meats. Shop Pete's, where fresh is done right. White Sox lineup looks like this against a lefty. It'll be Chase Mydroth leading off at second base. Randall Grichuk DHing and batting second. Miguel Vargas will play first base tonight and bat third. Colson Montgomery, fresh off of that 2-home run game, his first of his career, will play third base and clean up. He, of course, is left-handed, has 19 home runs on the season, and he joins Miguel Vargas and Munetaka Murakami as the only trio in all of baseball to have 16 home runs or more. And consider Murakami has not played in a little over 2 weeks. So that is quite the achievement. And as long as Vargas and Montgomery keep homering, I have to imagine they will be the first trio to hit 20 in all of baseball. Edgar Carroll will bat fifth and be behind the plate. He is a switch hitter. Speaking of switch hitters, Braden Montgomery is in right field, batting sixth. Shortstop Luis Angel Acuna hits seventh. Jarrell Perez, as you heard, is going to make his big league debut and play left field. He is right-handed. And then the lefty center fielder, Tristan Peters, who has been quite the revelation so far this season. He joined Mark Silverman and Jonathan Hood on the flagship station ESPN Chicago here yesterday and talked about the impact that manager Will Venable has had on this team and Venable's ability to help push the team and keep them motivated, even though they've had a great deal of success.
I mean, he's super chill, and obviously he'll show emotion every once in a while, like he did in Seattle. And I think he's got our backs, especially. Yeah, he knows when to do that and when not to. And I think he's an incredible manager, and the way he manages the clubhouse and just kind of, I think this special group of guys doesn't mesh as well without a leader like him.
No doubt about that. Tristan Peters again on Will Venable's impact on the team. For Aaron Boone's Bronx Bombers, they will have their biggest bomber at the top of the order. Ben Rice playing first base. The lefty has 20 home runs on the season. And then the man who doesn't seem to get old at this point, or at least he's found the fountain of youth this season, Paul Goldschmidt, now has 11 home runs on the year after hitting just 10 last year. So he has certainly gotten back to his groove with a .928 OPS. Cody Bellinger is in left field batting third. He's left-handed. Switch hitting Jason Dominguez will be in right field cleaning up. Lefty second baseman Jazz Chisholm Jr. will bat fifth. Spencer Jones, the 6'7" mountain of a man, will be in center field. He's left-handed as well. He homered the other day for the first time in Yankee Stadium against the White Sox. Jose Caballero at shortstop, showing his versatility this series and batting seventh. Lefty Ryan McMahon will man the hot corner and bat eighth. And then J.C. Escara is behind the plate. He is left-handed and rounding out the lineup for the Yankees. Today's pitching matchup presented by Costa Ivoni. When accidents happen, don't make a mistake. Don't wait. Call Costa Ivoni Lawyers now for a free consultation to learn about your rights. They're local lawyers that will get you the results that you need. Call 708-4MILLION or visit CIlaw.com. Lefty Brian Hudson scheduled to open for the White Sox, who are a game back of Cleveland right now after the Guardians won earlier today, so they need to win to keep pace. Sean Burke will follow Hudson. Hudson 3-2 with a 2.45 ERA on the season, 28 Ks in 33 innings worked. This will be the 5th time this season that Hudson has been deployed as an opener. Sean Burke, as I mentioned, will follow him up. Burke 3-4 on the season with a 4.15 ERA. And he and they will be opposed by lefty Ryan Weathers for the Yankees, who is 2-5 on the season with a 4.36 ERA, 81 strikeouts on the year. Probables for the next series against the Tigers, it will be Eric Fetty up against Tarek Skubal, the back-to-back reigning Cy Young champ. And then on Saturday, TBA for the White Sox, Troy Melton goes for the Tigers. And then on Sunday, Davis Martin up against Justin Verlander. Following this series, as I mentioned, the White Sox will have the Tigers. Then they will return home for a 6-game, 7-day homestand when they take on Cleveland and Detroit. So a bunch of division-filled games coming the White Sox way here after they wrap up.
He drives it to deep left center field. Back goes Kmitz to the warning track. Leaps it. He has it. He falls over the fence. Kmitz fell over the fence as he made the catch. Since he left the ballpark, it's a home run. You've got to stay in the park. Let's give it the old Collins try.
Well, what a great effort.
Uniform on upside down with the shoes on the hand, and it looks like he's walking on his hands. Has his cap hanging down. That's supposed to be his head. Well, the Mets really trying to turn it around. They do, however, trail in this ball game 4-0. I love that.
So the museum opened in 1999. Grandpa was just an amazing human being, and we want to share his legacy with the next generation of baseball fans and non-baseball fans alike. I kind of like to have the cards as a reminder, like I can kind of look at his face and see what he looked like that year. It just kind of helps me visualize in my mind what it would have been like to see him play, because I didn't get that chance.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es flow mayor.
Marquette Bank player to bank on. Let's roll with Edgar Caro, who matched his season with 3 hits. He is back in the lineup tonight. Caro has definitely been putting together better at-bats as of late, better swings, no doubt about it. I actually asked White Sox hitting coach Derek Showman before they hit the road back on Sunday if Edgar has been able to stay positive mentally, even though the results have not necessarily gone his way.
He is in a good spot. He's had good at-bats. He's been on the barrel several times, maybe with nothing to show for it, but on our end, it's just they stay in it. That's it. It sucks right now, but just stay in the fight and keep doing what you're doing. The work's been good, and you're certainly in a better spot than you were earlier in the year. So although you might be pissed off, this is still a good thing right now.
looked much better again last night. Who Are You Banking On is brought to you by Chicagoland's Neighborhood Bank, here for all your home financing needs. Love where you bank. Of course, today is June 18th, so I remind you on this date in White Sox history, who could forget back in 2019 when the White Sox visited the Cubs, and of course, this happened.
There's the go-ahead run, standing at first base. Jimenez in the air, left field. He's your hero tonight. Welcome to Wrigley. He cracked the bat on that swing and still drove it out of the park. The bat shattered in his hands. Thanks, Cubs.
And of course, Caro hit a walk-off against the Cubs earlier this year, so it all comes together. Let's pause quickly 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves. That is going to close out this edition of the Advantage Dealer Group pregame show. I'm Jeff Meller. Len Casper and Darren Jackson standing by in the Bell Tire broadcast booth to bring you every pitch of White Sox and Yankees right here on the ESPN 1000 Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
Hey, it's the good kid. When it comes to my ride, I don't mess around. That's why I drive an Advantage Chevy. 3 locations. Chicagoland's covered. Boom. You want a Chevy? They got every Chevy. You want savings? Oh, yeah. They've got that, too. And here's what matters most. Trust. When you walk into Advantage Chevrolet Bridgeview, you're not getting the runaround. They respect your time. They respect your budget. They shoot you straight. Head to Advantage Chevrolet in Bridgeview and see what I'm talking about. Advantage Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right, and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything, from the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
When you walk into any one of the 20 Pete's Market stores across Chicagoland, you see unmatched quality and freshness, and you understand why they're the king of fresh produce. Then go further in. Discover their homemade favorites, including guacamole, pico de gallo, and salsas, made in-store daily with the freshest ingredients. And don't forget to pick up a bag or 2 of El Ranchero authentic tortilla chips.
Murley's had a good day. 2 hits for him. Swing and a drive. Ball to right. Burley admires that one. She is long gone. Is it too early to say, holy cow? I think it is right on time. The Cardinals strike again. Tucson with 2 strikes. That ball was absolutely destroyed.
What a 6th inning.
Goosebump moment here at the ballpark for everybody.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Flow mayor is where all those rhythms meet. Porque el flow no es de un solo jugador, es de un corillo entero que prende estadio. De San Diego a Santo Domingo y cada parada en el camino. Cuando estamos activos, la liga sube de nivel. Esto es Flow Mayor.
He leaps, he makes the catch, bangs into the fence, and holds on for the out.
Robbed by Marcy in center. Ranging play by Volpe, the shortstop, glove spins, throws to first in time. What a play. Tommy Troy with a terrific diving grab.
Another spectacular play at third by the 10-time Gold Glover.
Sanchez reaches up and makes the catch. Jump to the first, Caballero in time. What a play by Caballero.
Dives and makes the catch on the track. Jace Bowen laying it out.
Junior dives like Superman and makes the catch.
Then a leaping grab by Delgado along the line. Caught the ball and doubled him up. How about that?
Beautiful play by Brett Beatty, who's having himself an afternoon.
And caught by Volpe. Ball game over.
Lee makes the catch. Oh, baby, what a play. Caught by Madrigal.
The hops of the Magic Man.
Throws it all the way to first on one hop. Got him. What a play.
That is vintage Zach Neto. What a play on that one.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Come in at 38 and 34. They have dropped a half game out of first place. The Guardians today a winner in Milwaukee 4-2, so they're at 40 and 35. The Yankees are 45 and 27. Best record in the AL. They've won 4 in a row and 8 of 9, and they've got a 3.5 game lead over the Tampa Bay Rays. The pitchers tonight, left-hander Brian Hudson will open for the White Sox. Sean Burke will be the bulk pitcher behind him. Lefty Ryan Weathers will go for the Yankees. Now the Four Seasons Game Day weather report, and it's all about the wind tonight. It is very clear in terms of the skies, and we don't expect rain, but it's the wind. Looks like it's about 20, 25 miles an hour, and it's blowing straight out towards center field. Right now, 86 degrees as well, so it has heated up here in New York. Save up to $4,000 on new comfort systems with Four Seasons. New AC units from $39 a month, and AC furnace combos from $57 a month. For all the right reasons, call 866-4Seasons. The White Sox injury report is delivered by Postman Law. If you've been injured, call 844-POSTMAN. Others promise, Postman delivers. Sean Newcomb is day-to-day with a left triceps bruise, so we would not expect to see him tonight. Hopefully he's good to go by tomorrow night in Detroit. Everson Pereira, after that great catch as he collided with the wall last night, is now on the 7-day concussion list. And the White Sox have recalled outfielder Junior Perez from AAA Charlotte. They acquired him earlier this year in a trade from the A's, and this will be his major league debut. He is in the lineup tonight. DJ has the rest of those lineups, and then we're ready.
Straw covering some ground, as he always does.
Loops one into C. Nunez, going to track it down.
What a play.
Outstanding.
Diving, and he takes a hit away from low. A.J. Ewing showing off his speed.
How about stop making the play? Wow, that was awesome.
Can we just give this guy a gold glove?
Lined out to center. Dubon with a diving grab.
Straw back. Oh, and he made the catch.
Hard-in liner to Machado, caught at the shoot top. Terang fields, tags the runner, throws to first in time. Oh, what a job by Bryce Terang.
It'll be Lucas making the catch. Boy, that took him way back.
Fantastic play, but a couple of exclamation points by Nick Kurtz doing it defensively.
Makes that over-the-shoulder catch look so easy.
And that's a great play by Pete. Still backing up all the way to the wall. And Corbin runs it down.
Makes a running, sliding catch. Great play.
And will
Wow, what a catch out of nowhere.
The first thing people realize is the history of Montgomery, and that history is real. So while that history is in the past, it also helps us move forward in a positive way.
Just like a lot of other of the 120 minor league teams, is the baseball is not what we do, right? The Tampa Bay Rays do a phenomenal job of sending amazing athletes here, and we let them handle the baseball, and we handle everything outside the line.
Coming off AL Player of the Week honors, where he hit over 400 with 3 homers, Bobby Witt Jr. was all gas, no brakes.
And grounded inside the bag and up the line. Played poorly off the sidewall by Carpenter. How far will Bobby go? And Vance Wilson is going to let him come to the plate. He is in there.
To say Bobby is on a tear is an understatement. His gap-to-gap power and that lightning speed have him among the major league leaders in hits, stolen bases, and WAR. He also just happens to be one of baseball's premier defensive players.
Goodness, that's why he's one of the best in the game.
That is how you win a Gold Glove in back-to-back seasons, and last year earned a Platinum Glove.
baseball fans are bearing witness to something special.
He's their go-to guy in all situations, whether it's defensively, offensively, running the bases, complete player.
A primetime player in his prime.
As those brought to you by Pete's Market. They feed Chicago best. Pete's Market, home of the freshest produce and meats. Shop Pete's, where fresh is done right.
It is Aaron Boone's Yankees hosting Will Venable's White Sox. Here's the top of the order for the White Sox. Chase Mydroth, followed by the DH Randall Grichuk, and then Miguel Vargas. Heart of the lineup is Colson Montgomery, Edgar Caro, and Braden Montgomery. Close it out with Luis Angel Acuna, Junior Perez, and Tristan Peters. Left-hander Ryan Weathers goes tonight for the Yankees. He is our Costa Ivone pitching profile. He's 2-5, has a 4.36 earned run average this year. Got to get his fastball. That's the pitch that you can do some damage on. He's given up 15 home runs this year, 9 of them on the heater. Ascara behind the plate for the Yankees with Bellinger, Jones, and Dominguez in the outfield. From third to first, McMahon, Caballero, Chisholm, and Rice. Ben Rice starts things off for the Yankees, followed by the DH Paul Goldschmidt, and then Cody Bellinger. Jason Dominguez, Jazz Chisholm Jr., and Spencer Jones. Jose Caballero, Ryan McMahon, and J.C. Ascara. The opener for the White Sox tonight is Brian Hudson. He's 3-2 on the year with a 2.45 earned run average, with Caro calling pitches for him, with Perez in left, Peters in center, Montgomery, Braden in right. Colson, Montgomery at third, Acuna plays short, Mydroth second, Vargas at first. Gabe Morales is the home plate umpire tonight, with the crew chief Doug Eddings at first base, Mike Malinsky out at second, and Emil Jimenez, the third base umpire. Rate is a proud partner of your 2026 White Sox. The Rate app gives Chicago fans an all-in-one wellness app with tools to build financial strength and guidance for fitness and stress management. Feel better, live better, play better. Download the Rate app today. Get a ticket plus a free meal. Grab your family and head to the ballpark with a family pack starting at $21 for select games. Each ticket purchase includes a hot dog, drink, chips, and a cookie. Visit WhiteSox.com/family and get your tickets. Join us at the ballpark on Saturday, June 27th. The White Sox are hosting the Royals at 3:10. 15,000 fans in attendance will receive an America's 250 homage T-shirt presented by Coca-Cola, or skip the lines and secure your promo at checkout with guaranteed promo to purchase tickets and prepaid parking. Visit WhiteSox.com/promos. And be there on Friday, June 26th, as the Sox do take on the Royals at 6:40. Stick around for the post-game concert featuring Marshmello, presented by Minute Maid Spike. Get your tickets at WhiteSox.com/concert. Let's go. Let's get this one underway. Here's my partner with the play-by-play. Here's Len Casper.
All right, thanks, DJ. Busy night in New York. Busy day. They were up early for the big parade for the NBA champion Knicks. The U.S. Open has started on Long Island, and we've got a big game here tonight in the Bronx. The look at the White Sox uniforms, always driven by Arlington Toyota. Check out their impressive lineup of Toyota vehicles today. Arlington Toyota, new owners, same people, better deals. Visit ToyotaArlington.com. Sox wearing black jerseys, gray pants. The Yankees in their home white pinstripe uniforms. It is our first look at lefty Ryan Weathers. And it has been a struggle here of late for the 6'1", 230-pound lefty. And we mentioned the wind. You will be punished as a pitcher if you give up fly balls, but if you're at the plate, you want to hit it in the air tonight.
Yeah, you would think so. At least that's what the flags are indicating. And right out of the gate, right here, set the tone if you're Chase Mydroth, Grichuk, and Vargas. The right-handers against this left-hander, go get them.
So Weathers ready to work to Mydroth. Here's the first pitch of the ball game. And Chase fouls back on a fastball clocked at 95. Again, a hot night, 86 degrees here in the Bronx. Sun still hitting the stands in right.
Mydroth takes the ball on a changeup. He's playing second base, batting .278 with a .347 on base percentage. Here's the pitch. A swing and a miss on a changeup. 1-2 on Mydroth. He has a low batting average against his changeup at 195, the batting average, but he has given up 4 home runs, so he'll leave it up in the zone to be driven. The motion and the pitch. Fouled back as he stays alive. Our broadcast booth is brought to you by Bell Tire. If you can't find free air, free flat repair, and the lowest prices, find a Bell Tire. Weathers puts his hands over his head. Now big leg kick and the pitch, and another one fought off foul on a changeup. Still 1-2 on Mydroth. Sox need to win to head to Detroit back in first place. Cleveland beat Milwaukee earlier today. The 1-2 again. He got him swinging 97 after a couple of looks at off speed, and he strikes out Mydroth. Not only 97, I mean, at the knees, outside corner. Just a great pitcher's pitch. Here's Randall Grichuk, the DH. .269 with 6 home runs. Spent a little time with the Yankees earlier this season. And he takes a backdoor sweeper on the outside corner for a strike. Ryan Weathers' dad, David, was a long-time Major League pitcher. Changeup is low. A right-hander. And a little time here with the Yankees. Parts of 19 seasons, mostly in relief. Stormy. David Weathers, he was a good one. Yes, indeed. The 1-1. Right down the middle, it's a strike on a sweeper. So that's 5 father-son combos, all to play for the Yankees. The Berras, Yogi and Dale, Ron and Ike Davis, Mark, Senior and Junior Leiter. There's a tap foul. Clay and Cody Bellinger. Now David and Ryan Weathers. A little nepotism going on there. So Weathers ahead 1-2. Vargas waits on deck. If anybody reaches Colson Montgomery, will get a crack at the lefty. Here's the pitch. It's low. That four-seam fastball clocked at 99. Amped up here early, that's for sure. His fastball basically averaged at 96. So he's reached back on a couple of them for sure. 2-2. He struck him out swinging on a good sweeper. Yeah, his off-speed stuff has been strikeout pitching for him. He's got 56 strikeouts now out of 83 that are on off-speed stuff, whether that be the changeup, the sweeper, or the slider. That is the pitch he likes to put you away with, those pitches, that is. Vargas with 2 down. Checks in with 16 home runs. And he takes low. Yeah, we probably should say it. The irony of velocity these days, and a guy like Weathers throwing in the upper 90s, is you get swings and misses on off speed. Yes. Guys can usually hit a fastball. The 1-0 to Vargas. Popped up foul, first base side. Ben Rice is over there, and he will not have a play. Well, let's just say this. I mean, you don't really want Weathers to settle in and get confidence, considering he's coming off of 3 straight losses, during which he's given up 18 hits in 17 innings, 16 runs in those 17 innings, 7 home runs. Yeah, that's the guy we need to hit tonight. 1-1. Fouled again. It's 1-2. So we've had that particular count 3 times already. He struck out Mydroth, got Grichuk, and now 1-2 on Vargas, who stands tall. the pitch. Fastball, foul tip, strike 3. It was close anyway, but it just grazed the bat, went right into the mitt, and Weathers strikes out the side to open the game. We head to the bottom of the first from New York. Sox nothing yet.
I'm Jonathan Nahum, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
Gotta get yourself ready.
Yes, there are hugs, and then there's that.
Now, what is that?
What is the purpose of that?
It's an anemometer. It measures wind speed.
So that's good.
But it looks like a fidget spinner.
Meanwhile, on the Cove, it just looks like too much fun.
It was so routine, he took his eye off.
You got to come up with this play. You got to. You're right there. You had two hands. He looked it in. Oh.
Well, we certainly served it up over the plate. This is a burger fit for a home run king, the 99 burger in honor of Aaron Judge. They sell a bazillion of these at Yankee Stadium. It looks pretty good. I feel like we passed the test. What about you?
I think so.
Air cleaner, and using it supports local farmers in Illinois. Visit UNL88.com to find a pump. Try it and get going.
Hey, it's Will Venable, manager for the Chicago White Sox. You're listening to White Sox Baseball. This is the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
Left-hander Brian Hudson pitching as an opener tonight. 0-0. We are in the first inning. Ben Rice leads off for the Yankees. There's a ball on the warning track out in deep right center, so Tristan Peters will jog over and retrieve it and toss it back into the stands. Hudson opening for the 5th time. Overall, his 35th appearance. He's 3-2 with a 2.45 plus 3 saves. 29 years old, 6'8", 248 pounds. The pitch to Rice is off the outside on a fastball at 91. Hasn't seemed to affect the hitters for the Yankees when they faced our left-handers thus far. The 1-0. Right down the middle, it's a strike. Rice playing first, 291, 20 home runs. Two for 8, 3 walks and a homer in the series. And he takes outside on a sweeper. 22 runs for the Yankees in 16 innings of work in this series. The 2-1. Sweeper strike on the outside corner. Rice with a slight hesitation after that call. Almost like he thought about challenging, but looked like a good pitch. Interesting sequence. He missed with a fastball, then a strike. Missed with a sweeper, then a strike. Doubling up. The pitch. Got him. On a fastball right at the knees. I think Rice felt like he had that sequence going that he wasn't going to get a strike. He was listening to you, Len. That was like, okay, first pitch fastball I missed. I'm going to try it again. Did it with the sweeper and then came back and froze him. And now the red-hot Paul Goldschmidt, the DH. 4 for 10, 2 of the hits, home runs, 5 driven in so far in this series. And he takes a strike near the outside corner. He's got a 9-game hitting streak. 11 homers in 47 games. Last year he hit 10 in 146. Takes a fastball strike on the outside corner. Good start to this at-bat for Hudson. 0-2. Well, your best friend as a pitcher is to work ahead early in the game. Establish that you're confident, and guess what? The hitters walk up there going, be ready to hit. Now they'll actually help you out and chase some of your pitches. 0-2
0-2 on the way. It's outside on a sweeper. Sean Burke will get the majority of this game, hopefully, for the White Sox. 1-2 is in the dirt on a sweeper. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Goldschmidt's been a hot hitter for the last month, basically. He is not somebody that is going to chase very often, but you make the good pitch, he'll get himself out.
Pitch is hit on the ground, right back to the pitcher. Hudson will run it halfway and then flip over to Vargas at first base. 2 gone.
And that was a really good pitch, right on the outside corner.
Now the red-hot Cody Bellinger. If the Sox win tonight's game, Walner Law will make a donation to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. Walner Law handles the toughest car accident cases in Chicago. Call 3-128-million. Walner Law. Win with Walner. Inside corner fastball strike to Bellinger. He's got 6 hits in the 2 games against the White Sox. The pitch outside. 15 go-ahead RBIs, most in the major leagues. Left-left matchup, the 1-1. Foul tipped on a sweeper.
Great pitch. He took something off of that sweeper. Just threw it slow enough at 79 miles an hour to where Bellinger was way out in front of it.
Slight lean on that back leg by Bellinger as he takes outside and high. Something about a lefty, right? You don't have to have the same stuff as a righty, but there's just something different about Brian Hudson that makes him effective. Fastball called strike 3, and there
from your mouth to his ears.
Just perfectly located fastball on the outside corner. 6 batters in, combined 5.
The Seattle Mariners have officially found their groove, riding the wave of an amazing run that started in May and has them sailing in June.
And the Mariners sweep the A's.
The secret to their recent success? Power at the plate and dominance on the mound.
Swung on and missed, got him.
The rotation, led by Emerson Hancock, Brian Wu, and Logan Gilbert, has been absolutely electric, shutting down opposing lineups. And while all-star backstop Cal Raleigh remains sidelined, a surge of offensive power has arrived.
A rainmaker to left field. Julio with a bang.
Julio Rodriguez is on fire and flexing his marquee muscle. Throw a locked-in Randy Arozarena and a red-hot Luke Raley into the mix, and you got a lineup firing on all cylinders. Thanks to the run of victories to kick off the summer, Seattle has cruised to the top of the AL West and has the Pacific Northwest rocking. The American League is officially on notice. The Mariners are a problem.
Left center Profar sprints over. Oh, he lost it.
It looked like it was going to be a really good play for Jurgen Profar.
He did not see that ball. He didn't even come close to it.
These interactions between De La Cruz and Tito Francona have been priceless.
Got it there?
Yes, indeed. And the ball wasn't the only thing that landed in the basket.
What in the world happened out there to Jung-Hoo Lee?
That's wild. I mean, you don't see that in the big leagues.
Boy, did they come together beautifully.
ESPN Chicago.
Colson Montgomery leads off the second inning. First career 2-homer game last night. 0-0, the pitch, and there's a swing and a drive out into right center, and he's done it again. Into the Yankee bullpen. Number 20 for Montgomery, and it's 1-0 Sox in the second.
When you're hot, you're hot. Waste no time. He already knew that Weathers was ready to attack. He's been doing it already through the first inning. So first pitch fastball, Bayamon to right center field.
Get the ball in the air. Here's Edgar Caro batting right-handed. That's the White Sox 101st homer. Caro fouls in the air to right. Out of play. That home run by Montgomery brought to you by Hard Rock Casino, Northern Indiana. See the concert, tribute to ABBA at Hard Rock Live, Friday, August 14th. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Ground ball to the shortstop. Backhanded pick by Caballero, and he makes the play to first. He almost played that into a really tricky hop.
That ball had some weird spin on it. I can see why Caballero kind of went back. It did something a little funky, and he also knew who was running, so he didn't take a chance charging that one. He sat back, and then he made a little lob throw across the infield.
One out. Now Braden Montgomery, the rookie outfielder, batting right-handed. And he takes outside on a sweeper. Braden at 222 with a home run. Ryan Weathers pitches. And it's outside on a sweeper.
Weathers has given up 16 home runs now this season, 10 of them on the fastball.
Here's his 2-0. And it's popped up out into medium right. Jason Dominguez makes a catch. He had to make a late adjustment and started to drift towards center field as the wind grabbed it.
Well, there you have it. There you have it. I mean, there's your proof that the wind is going to affect the ball in flight, because he had to really take off quickly to get over to where that ended up.
Chatting with the manager today about the wind, and I said, when you watch games as Acuna takes low, in conditions like this, we are of the mind of saying, hit the ball in the air, that sort of thing. But by and large, Major League batters, they're just trying to hit the ball hard somewhere. There's a foul off to the right. But he said, I think when the wind comes into play, the pregame is more about the defense, especially the outfield. Maybe you'll play a step or two deeper than normal. But he said, really, we focus more on what the wind does in terms of our defense when the ball is in the air. There's a grounder to third, smothered by McMahon, and he gets him at first.
That's a heck of a play. Heck of a play. Just took a hit away from a speedy runner. He got down and got up quickly.
We'll chat more about the windy conditions when we come back. Colson Montgomery with a leadoff homer. It's 1-0 Sox.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Yogi Berra was an 18-time All-Star and 10-time World Series champion.
This is the only perfect game in World Series history. You ask him about it, and he would say, it ain't been done before, and it ain't been done since.
David Wells was perfect on May 17th, 1998. Beanie Baby Day.
It's not the pitcher that's calling the game, it's the catcher calling what pitch to throw.
Home plate is 17 inches wide. And so he said, well, if it's more than an inch, and it was a lot more than an inch, then it's an illegal bat.
Well, he is. He's out. Yes, sir. He's out. Look at this.
Keep it down a little, will you, please?
Okay, Yogi.
Casey Stengel and the other touring ball players met the King of England.
Of course, with my English, we had a little trouble understanding each other.
As Yogi said, when you come to a fork in the road, take it. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
0 White Sox. Yankees second. Switch hitting Jason Dominguez against Hudson. And a swing and a miss. Little rising four-seamer at 90. Sean Burke is loosening in the bullpen. Chisholm and Jones lefties to follow Dominguez. The pitch. It's outside. Your thoughts on the wind in terms of pregame planning?
Yeah, I agree with the skipper. And defensively, you're going to have a conversation on how to get you guys more comfortable dealing with the wind.
Outside miss on a sweeper, 2-1.
In particular, you're going to tell your outfielders, play deeper because it's easier to come in with the wind conditions than it is to go back and make a play against the wall. So that's probably going to help them out quite a bit.
The 2-1 is skied out into center and deep. Peters back near the wall, and he's got it.
Like that. Pretty routine. It's 408 feet to straightaway center field. And he got down there slowing down because he was playing deep. If he's playing shallow and he's got to go back and catch that, panic starts to set in because it's no longer routine. And that's when mistakes happen. All of a sudden you're like, I misread that a little bit, and you hit it off the end of the glove or whatever it could be. But you also have to have that communication with the infielders and let them know that you are deeper, and they're going to have to try and get back on any little bloopers shallow in the outfield.
Jazz Chisholm Jr., the batter. And the lefty takes down and away on his sweeper. Hudson's season high in innings is 1 2/3. That was on the final day of March in Miami. He's recorded 4 outs tonight. It's the 4th time he's gone past an inning. And he misses outside on a fastball. 2-0 on Chisholm. Hit his 10th home run last night. Off Trevor Richards. Another miss off the outside. 3-0. Did a little research. I don't believe the river across the way was named after Brian or anyone in his family. The pitch is a strike. The Hudson.
No, I get it, but maybe after Tim?
Maybe.
Huh? Right?
I was going to go real deep and say Mark, the Hudson brothers from the 70s. But I'd be dating myself. The 3-1 pitch is a strike. He's back in the fight. Full count.
You know, it's interesting because he's just taken a couple of strikes, Chisholm, and they were hittable pitches, but he must have felt that he's not going to get another strike. He's gone to 3-0. He doesn't want to lay one in there, and he did just that. Laid 2 right in there, and he wasn't ready to swing.
Hudson River named after English explorer Henry Hudson.
No, everybody knew that. Of course.
Brian comes set and pitches. And swinging a line smash, foul to right, out of play.
Okay, take advantage of savings all summer long with our summer savings section. Score, select lower level tickets at $20 for weekdays and $25 for weekends. Visit whitesox.com/section.
Another 3-2. Hit on the ground to the first baseman. That's Vargas, and he'll take it to the bag. 2 outs.
Vargas had plenty of time because, well, Chisholm didn't run hard. He hit it, and he said, I can't beat him to first, so I'm not going to make him run hard.
Here's the rookie Spencer Jones. 2 nights ago in his first AB, hit his first Yankee Stadium home run. His 2nd overall. Big left-hand batter. He's playing center tonight. And he pops it up. Shortstop area, Acuna.
Stay with it.
Up, and he dropped it. And Jones is going to end up at second. He kept running. There you go, the wind causing that 3rd out to not be recorded.
Well, we have already seen it on the season that windy conditions and defensively, we have had some problems with high pop-ups. It's automatic, okay? It's automatic as an infielder. We just talked about it, that on those pop-ups in the shallow outfield, infielders are going to have to get back there. But they're going to have to get back behind the ball quickly and come back into it. You don't want to drift with it because generally we saw what's going to happen, and that's going to keep happening unless you get behind the ball and come back in.
So that'll be it for Hudson. Burke is coming on. It is a double for Spencer Jones. It's 1-0 Sox. Yankees batting in the second on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
Oppo Taco.
I'm going to guess it's an opposite field, upper deck, maybe something like a...
Yeah, home run to the opposite field. You got it.
This is a good one, a hack.
I don't know. I mean, is it the same as like the layman's term hack, like a bad chef?
You've guessed correctly.
Okay.
Someone's a hack, someone that's just nailing it in.
Yeah.
They're not putting their heart into it.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
Housing lender. NMLS number 462926.
Sean Burke trying to get the last out of the second. They should have been out of it, but a wind-aided double for Spencer Jones puts him in scoring position for Jose Caballero, the shortstop. Caballero started in right in game one. He played left last night, and he's at shortstop tonight. The set by Sean, the first pitch. It's high on a slider for ball one. White Sox have an early advantage, hoping to keep it. Brought to you by Advantage Dealer Group. Here's a 1-0. Swing and a miss on a slider. Find your next Chevy, Acura, Toyota, and now Cadillac, Buick, GMC, and find your advantage at Advantage Dealer Group. Burke, a Massachusetts native, 6'6", 240 pounds, the 1-1. Swing and a miss on a fastball.
Well-located fastball. After a couple of sliders, that fastball up and in was a great location. Almost looked like Caballero was thinking he was going to get something away and kind of jammed himself with the swing.
Runner on second, 2 outs, second inning. A 1-2. He struck him out on a foul tip. Good fastball. So that quote-unquote double did not hurt the White Sox. After 2, they lead the Yankees 1-0 on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
He leaps, he makes the catch, bangs into the fence, and holds on for the out.
Robbed by Marcy in center.
Ranging play by Volpe, the shortstop, glove spins, throws to first in time. What a play.
Tommy Troy with a terrific diving grab. Another spectacular play at third by the 10-time Gold Glover.
Sanchez reaches up and makes the catch. Jump to the first, Caballero in time. What a play by Caballero.
Dives and makes the catch on the track. Jace Bowen laying it out.
Junior dives like Superman and makes the catch.
Then a leaping grab by Delgado along the line. caught the ball and doubled him up. How about that? Beautiful play by Brett Beatty, who's having himself an afternoon.
And caught by Volpe. Ball game over.
Lee makes the catch. Oh, baby, what a play. Caught by Madrigal.
The hops of the Magic Man. Throws it all the way to first on one hop. Got him. What a play. That is vintage Zach Neto. What a play on that one.
Top of the third, we've got a 13th Major League debut for the White Sox. 24-year-old Junior Perez, right-hand hitting outfielder. First career plate appearance. He takes a sweeper for a strike from Weathers. White Sox got Perez from the A's earlier this season, and he's on the roster with Pereira going on the IL. The pitch swung on and missed on a changeup.
Yeah, you just saw the typical, here's a guy just up from the minor leagues, and we know he can hit a fastball, so you get the sweeper and the changeup. Now they might just see if he'll chase one out of the zone or just go way upstairs with a fastball, see if he'll chase that.
The 0-2 in the dirt. He did not chase that pitch. He was signed by the Padres in 2017 out of the Dominican Republic. 730 games, over 3,000 plate appearances in the minors before tonight. The 1-2 outside on a breaking ball.
Hasn't seen a fastball yet. Yeah, young players, and you throw a good fastball, that's the last thing a pitcher wants to do is challenge him with the heat.
The 2-2. Outside, it's full. Hit 26 homers last year. He split the year between Midland and the Texas League in Las Vegas. So,
great hitters locations.
Yep.
Yeah. Still got to hit him.
He has run it full. Here comes a payoff. And he pops it foul. Right side, and this will get out of play.
The one fastball, they worked him to 3-2 and then said, now I can blow the fastball by him. But that wasn't 98 or 99. That was 94. That adrenaline pump might be gone now.
He has never hit for a high average. He will walk. 3-2 coming, and he fouls back. Got a good rip at a fastball.
And he did reach back on that one, Weathers, and hit 97.
184 career steals, so he's got some speed on the bases. Very toolsy player. Junior Perez, the pitch. Little tap on the ground on a check swing back to the pitcher, and Weathers will get the out at first base.
Finally got him to check his swing on a changeup. Good pitch.
Here comes Tristan Peters, the center fielder, batting ninth.
But if I'm the hitting coach and Perez comes back over there, I'm like, they're scared of you. They did not want to challenge you with the heat, young man.
Tristan tries to bunt, and it's foul behind home plate.
Boy, Tristan really almost took a little bunt swing at that, trying to pull it with him on a sinker that was in on his hands. Just really committed to it. It probably wasn't a strike.
McMahon in at third. The 0-1. Down and away on a slider. Weathers facing the White Sox for the first time. Through 10 starts, he had a 3.14 this season, but the last three, as we mentioned, not good. There's a swing and a liner foul to right out of play. He's got a very good pickoff move to first, which I'm sure the White Sox had on their scouting report. They acquired him from Miami over the winter. He battled some injuries last year. And a called strike three on a slider, front door variety. And Peters is going to challenge it.
Did it come back and catch the corner is the question. It did not.
The pitch is a ball. Chicago retains their counter.
Yeah, he did the right thing. That being a breaking ball, and, I mean, he knew it crowded him. He can actually see that not ever crossing the plate, so good challenge. So he's still in it, 2-2. The pitch. Poked in the air out of the shallow left field. Bellinger is in, and he makes the catch. For out number 2. Take your game day to the next level with our premium seating areas. All-inclusive dining, in-seat service, and preferred parking included. 312-674-1000 is the number to dial. Back to the top, and Chase Meidroth, 1-0 White Sox, third inning. This would be a big one to get. Called strike. Ahead of a big weekend in Detroit. In fact, tomorrow night starts this stretch of games against the division. Detroit, Cleveland, Kansas City. The 0-1. Sweeper is wide. And you face Tarek Skubal tomorrow night. Go get him. Back-to-back lefties. We got our lineup ready. The 1-1. Meidroth misses a changeup. Sox did send Eric Fetty ahead of the team. So he'll get a good night's rest, and he'll pitch tomorrow. 1-2 is lined, a base hit into left field in front of Bellinger. Nice swing by Chase. He just swung and missed a changeup, and then, well, he threw him another changeup, and he made the adjustment. That will bring up Grichuk. We might get a look at that pickoff move to first from Ryan Weathers. Nowhere for Chase to go, so he's got a very short lead. The pitch, fouled back. His leg kick's not quite Skubal-like, but it's in the area code. Skubal has a big leg lift. It's a high leg kick, yes, and it's quick by Weathers. A quick kick? Yes. Haven't seen one of those in a while till tonight. Now he comes set. The pitch, fouled back. Had his pitch there. 98 inner tap and up a little bit. Had the timing for it. He was ready for the heat, just didn't get any love from it. The 2-strike pitch. He got him swinging on a slider. Sox get a single, no runs. We head to the bottom of the third from New York. Sox 1, Yankees nothing on the Hard Rock Casino.
He leaps, he makes the catch, bangs into the fence, and holds on for the out.
Robbed by Marcy in center.
Ranging play by Volpe, the shortstop. Glove spins, throws to first in time. What a play.
Tommy Troy with a terrific diving grab. Another spectacular play at third by the 10-time Gold Glover.
Sanchez reaches up and makes the catch.
Jump to the first, Caballero in time. What a play by Caballero.
Dives and makes the catch on the track. Chase Bowen laying it out.
Junior dives like Superman and makes the catch.
Then a leaping grab by Delgado along the line. Caught the ball and doubled him up. How about that? Beautiful play by Brett Beatty, who's having himself an afternoon.
And caught by Volpe. Ball game over.
Lee makes the catch. Oh, baby, what a play. Caught by Madrigal.
The hops of the Magic Man. Throws it all the way to first on one hop. Got him. What a play. That is vintage Zach Neto. What a play on that one.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the ultimate mystery player challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play, only on the network.
Bottom of the third, Sox 1, Yanks nothing. Third baseman Ryan McMahon in there against Sean Burke. First pitch is a sinker outside at 94 for ball one. We'll see the Yankees in Chicago, 4-gamer at the end of July. McMahon fouls. 1 ball, 1 strike on him. Burke just came into the game in the bottom of the second. Is 1-1. He's inside on a curveball. Burke facing the Yankees for the first time. Here comes his 2-1, and it's hit a ton out into deep left center, and it will tie the game. So McMahon finds the White Sox bullpen after Montgomery hit one into the Yankee bullpen, and it's 1-1. That's a bomb right up at the 399 mark the other way. It was a fastball, and it was down pretty much over the middle of the plate, and he was thinking other direction and just drove it out of here. As it's a windy night, as Lynn has pointed out, that got plenty of help pushing it into the bullpen. Homer number 8 for McMahon. The Yankees, with their 110th, that leads the majors. J.C. Escara, the catcher, takes low. He had a 2-hit, 3-reach, 2-run night on Tuesday. And he takes inside and low. Ball 2 on the lefty. Always interesting to see how a pitcher responds after a home run. Will they attack the next batter? And that's not been the case so far of Burke. The 2-0 is hit in the air out into fairly deep right center, but it will be Brady Montgomery to make the catch. Here's Ben Rice. A reminder, this copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Chicago White Sox and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago White Sox. Another fly ball, left center. Perez will make the grab. Sure looks like they're trying to get it up in the air tonight. Yeah, they're definitely trying to go deep. They've done it in the first couple of games, and they have one already tonight. White Sox, they say, you want to throw down? Let's go. Paul Goldschmidt with 2 away. And he looks at a strike on a slider. Another huge crowd here at Yankee Stadium. The 0-1, swing and a miss on a slider, 0-2. You want quality, you need quantity too. From Sean Burke. Need him to eat up some innings tonight. The pitch, he got him looking on a slider. So that is his second strikeout. McMahon just tied it on a homer. It's 1-1.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Oh, Bichette has hit his second home run of this game, and this one comes with the bases loaded. Swing and a high fly to right. Burleson's homered in 4 straight. How far's that one going? Halfway up the upper deck.
Fairly deep, going back to the wall goes Simpson, jumps up, and Simpson's got the ball. He took one away. But maybe it's about time Joe Adell had a home run taken away from him.
His second home run of the inning and his league-leading 24th of the season.
He has 6 RBIs in the first inning. The big man putting on a show in KC.
He's done it! A complete game shutout for Jacob Mizorowski, and he strikes out 15. What a performance.
Well, we certainly served it up over the plate. This is a burger fit for a home run king, the 99 burger in honor of Aaron Judge. They sell a bazillion of these at Yankee Stadium. It looks pretty good. I feel like we passed the test. What about you?
I think so.
ESPN Chicago.
One top 4, the heart of the lineup, brought to you by Northwestern Medicine, home to Illinois' top-ranked heart and vascular program for 18 straight years by U.S. News and World Report. Ryan Weathers to Miguel Vargas. Sinkers low. Ball 1. You know, I love when you kind of feel like you could have a slugfest because we've got some pop in the lineup, but I want men on base when we start slugging. 1-0 coming and a big swing and a foul. Let's pause 10 for ID on the Hard Rock Casino Sox Network. Vargas takes a little high. Two balls and a strike on Miguel. Weathers delivers. It's high yet again. Weathers a high draft pick by the Padres, 7th overall in the 18 draft out of Loretto, Tennessee. 3-1 is golfed in the air out in the short right. It's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr., and he makes the catch. Well, he caught that like there was no wind at all. So it makes you wonder if it was dying down a little bit when that ball was hit, or it just wasn't hit as high. I think it wasn't hit as high. Now, Colson Montgomery. He's got 3 home runs in his last 4 at-bats. And he takes a low changeup. Yeah, and then you walk up there after swinging at the first pitch last time, hitting it into the bullpen, and you anticipate he's not going to throw me a strike. And he didn't. 20 home runs. He leads all primary shortstops. And he just got jammed and hits a little dribbler, and Weathers will glove it. And from the glove, a little 10-foot toss to Ben Rice in time to get him. 3 defenders converging in the same area, but it's a good job by Weathers. He gloved it, and he flipped it with the glove. Rice didn't overcommit trying to come field that. He saw he couldn't do anything because nobody was going to cover first base, so he made the right move getting over there to receive the throw. 2 down. Here's Edgar Caro. He grounded out in his first trip. Edgar had 3 singles last night. And he serves a line drive the other way to right. Dominguez will make the catch. Sox go 1-2-3 for the second time. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Sox 1, Yankees 1 on the Hard Rock Casino.
How does one of baseball's most celebrated plays connect to one of baseball's most notorious curses? Through a cross-country move, an earthquake, and the Men of Steel? Find out on Hall of Fame Connections.
It was a defensive play so iconic that we simply call it the catch.
This is the glove Willie Mays had when he made that catch. This is great.
But let me touch it for a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oakland pitcher Dave Stewart was named the World Series MVP.
It really comes from like the kings of Siam would give their courtiers white elephants, which were sacred animals, and they'd be too expensive again to maintain, would put them into financial ruin.
They need to know this story. That's amazing.
Nobody could steal a base like Ricky.
I'm the greatest of all time. Thank you.
So imagine making steals in these stuff.
So these are Tie Cubs.
And these are Tie Cubs.
So what I want to know is, were they ever swabbed for the DNA of opposing pitchers?
Roberts is no stranger to stolen bases himself.
That's what makes him special, is that everybody knew he was going to steal.
Roberts is going. Safe.
You know what they say? One great play deserves another. Catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv and discover your own connections to the game at baseballhall.org.
Visit NorthShore.com.
Bottom of the fourth, tied at 1, each team with a solo homer. Sean Burke will face Bellinger, Dominguez, and Chisholm for the first time tonight.
Well, let's go. Let them know what you're all about. They can set us down 1, 2, 3. Burke's got the stuff to do the same thing. Return the favor.
Bellinger came in with the highest OPS in his home ballpark in the majors, 1,201. And he swings and misses on a high fastball.
He's got such a unique stance. Kind of stands straight up and down. Bat very relaxed on his back shoulder, lifts it up slightly, and doesn't really have a big stride, just his little glide and swing.
Awkward cut and fouls. It's 0-2. He's had an interesting career arc. Got off to a blistering start with the Dodgers. He was the MVP. In his third season, he was the Rookie of the Year. His first year, on the deflection of that foul, went right off the mask of Gabe Morales. There's a swing and a line drive caught by Mydroth for the out. Bellinger had a little bit of a dip, and then a resurgence as he now gets into his 30s. He'll turn 31 on July 13th.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I mean, when you start your career ablaze like he did, it's hard to do that every year. And the little dip, we know what he's really about. He's got skills.
Jason Dominguez takes low on a sinker. He's now hitting from the left side. Yeah, Bellinger plays all three outfield spots. He can play first base. Swing and a miss. 1-1.
Yeah, Bellinger's Gold Glove caliber defensively, let alone all the offensive numbers. Just a really good baseball player.
The pitch. Swing and a miss. Good changeup from Sean Burke. Makes it 1-2.
Throw him a fastball on the previous pitch before the changeup. Down and in, wasn't a strike. Then the changeup off the outside corner. So at this point, Dominguez has swung at 2 pitches that weren't strikes. He's trying to regroup now as he calls timeout.
The pitch. Got him. Sinker 99 near the outside corner. How about that?
Well, it's the last thing Dominguez thought he would get after 2 pitches out of the strike zone. A 99-mile-an-hour heater for a strike? No. That's not supposed to happen. He's supposed to try and throw you something you'll chase.
Yeah, Dominguez just kind of watched it and went, okay, go get him next time. Here's Jazz Chisholm Jr.
What's the line? Like a house on the side of the road.
Yeah, Ernie Harwell called strike. He stood there like the house by the side of the road and watched it go by. Or excessive window shopping. That was the other Harwellism. Foul on a curveball. 2 strikes to Chisholm.
You know, it'd be great now that we're on the topic of other great historic broadcasters and their isms. You know, just take from all the greats and come up with your own. There's a high one. A word from Vin Scully, one from Ernie Harwell, Jack Buck. I mean, just go out there and get them all. 1-2. The pitch. Just low on a fastball. Caro tried to frame it up, and it was low. 2-2. Here it comes. Foul. That one came back up and hit Chisholm in a sensitive spot. Oh, so baby. He needs a second. Holy huevos rancheros. I'd like to welcome our listeners tuned in on 95.9 FM in Michigan City, Indiana. We're going to come out and check on them. But I don't think there's much they can do for them right now. No. He is still down in a heap. Yeah, I mean, it's going to take some time. All right, we'll get you some information. What's the ultimate goal of an MLB fan? Seeing it all. The MLB Journey to 30 sweepstakes presented by T-Mobile is the ultimate bucket list. Enter now for your chance to win trips to all 30 ballparks. Yes, all 30. MLB.com/journey to 30 sweeps. Go to it and register. Steinhoffels is a proud partner of the White Sox this season. Every time the Sox turn a double play at home, Steinhoffels will donate $200 to Special Spaces to help create dream bedrooms for children battling cancer. Well, he is definitely down for the count. He's not gotten on his feet yet. No, he got hit below the belt, and he's taken as long as he needs to recover. It's kind of like boxing right now, huh? A certain amount of time, and baseball, yeah, it's not something we have a clock on in this sport. Well, let me ask an inarticulate question. Yeah. As an infielder, he should be wearing a cup. Would he be wearing it at the plate? Well, you would think so, yes. Let me tell you, I had an incident as a youngster where I was an outfielder, and I was batting, and they put a squeeze play on, and the pitcher threw it right at me, and I went, this ain't good. I was down like Jazz was there for a little bit, but I didn't take this long to recover. I got back in there. I'm not sure he's going to continue. And now, Doug Eddings, the crew chief, I think, is going to ask that very question. Now, with that being said, look, bad things can happen when you get in that area. I mean, ruptures. Right. Even if you're wearing a protective cup, sure, it can get you in a bad spot. But, yeah, he's coming out of the game. I did, after that incident, as an outfielder, wear a cup for protection because I realized sliding into the bases, you're vulnerable. A throw can get you. A tag can get you. And nothing was going to get me in the outfield, but everywhere else, as a batter, as a base runner, the potential's there for you to have serious injury. So he is headed to the dugout. The count is 2-2. And Anthony Volpe's going to finish this AB. And, unlike a pitcher coming in from the bullpen due to injury, as a batter, you don't have as much time. You're going out there, stretch in, side, swing the bat. And then the umpire's going to go, let's go. You're not pitching. Get in the box. One of the things that you can't anticipate as you're sitting on the bench as a non-starter. Early in the game like this, you're sitting over there eating some sunflower seeds, drinking a little Gatorade, going, man, I got the night off early. Maybe I go in later, but you're not thinking in the fourth inning, and you just jump up and say, all right, little toe touch, ding it, ding it, ding it, ding it, let's go, I'm ready to go. So So here's Volpe in a 2-2 count. With 2 outs, nobody on, 1-1 bottom 4. Burke to Volpe. It's high. Three-two, and it's high, and it's a walk. I think Volpe will get credited for that walk. Well, if ever a pitcher had an advantage, that was it. Guy coming fresh off the bench, wasn't even thinking about being in the game, and he has 2 strikes on him. That's the time to say, Spencer Jones swings and misses on a fastball. Picked up a bloop double on a pop-up in the second. Volpe kind of dancing around off the bag at first, and Jones takes high. Jones, who hit one in the seats in right field in the first game of the series. We're playing our left fielder like he's a slap hitter toward the left field line. I mean, they must know something that he hits flares that direction. Runner goes, the pitch is high, the throw is high, and they got him. Hey, good job by Acuna. He went up to get it, came down, tagged Volpe. Well, the feet first slide looked like he just was hesitant getting his foot on the bag. It just kind of hovered above it and allowed the tag to get down on him in time. Aaron Boone will not challenge it. Inning over. After 4, tied at 1 on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
As the big realtors keep serving their stock.
How does one of baseball's most celebrated plays connect to one of baseball's most notorious curses? Through a cross-country move, an earthquake, and the Man of Steel? Find out on Hall of Fame Connections.
It was a defensive play so iconic that we simply call it the catch.
This is the glove Willie Mays had when he made that catch. This is great.
But let me touch it for a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oakland pitcher Dave Stewart was named the World Series MVP.
It really comes from like the kings of Siam would give their courtiers white elephants, which were sacred animals, and they'd be too expensive again to maintain. Would put them into financial ruin.
They need to know this story. That's amazing.
Nobody could steal a base like Ricky.
I'm the greatest of all time. Thank you.
So imagine making steals in these stuff.
So these are Thai Cubs,
These
please.
are Thai Cubs.
So what I want to know is, were they ever swabbed for the DNA of opposing pitchers?
Roberts is no stranger to stolen bases himself.
That's what makes it special, is that everybody knew he was going to steal.
Roberts is going. Safe.
You know what they say? One great play deserves another. Catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv and discover your own connections to the game at baseballhall.org.
Home for sports. ESPN Chicago.
Anthony Volpe's playing shortstop. And Jose Caballero now over at second base. From our Bell Tire broadcast booth, 5th inning from Yankee Stadium. Change up low from Weathers to Braden Montgomery. It's a 1-1 tie. In a game the White Sox would really like to get to avoid a sweep. The 1-0. Braden fouls on a sweeper, or he might just have missed it completely, but it was not caught cleanly by Escara. Got to get this young man to get the timing back. 1-1, slapped foul. I think that was off his foot. He's taking a little walk, trying to walk it off. painful foul balls in this game. Yes. Seems to be a theme of the game. Braden back in the box, ready for a 1-2 from Weathers. Check swing on a low change, and he went. Call made by the plate umpire. Gabe Morales, 5th strikeout for Ryan Weathers. Here's Acuna. Retired on a nice play by the third baseman Ryan McMahon in the second. And he takes high on a sweeper. Another pitch dropped by J.C. Escarra. Junior Perez on deck. And the 1-0 is fouled on the screen. We mentioned Perez, the 13th White Sox to make a Major League debut this season. So that is now tied with the 1944 Cincinnati Reds for the most debuts before the All-Star break. The pitch is a strike on a belt-high changeup. That was during World War II. One of the guys who made their debut for the Reds that year was a left-handed pitcher named Joe Nuxall. It was June 10th of 44. 1-2 is chopped past the mound. Caballero's got it, but he's going to throw late. He just took way too much time. Acuna's speed buys himself an infield single. That should have been a routine out. Caballero just tapped his chest, told his pitcher, that's on me. No question. I mean, he sat back and waited for a chopper that was slowly hit. And when they caught it, they wound up and fired. But by then, Acuna was already past the base. Yeah, it was not even close. Here is Perez. So Nuxall, 15 years old. Yep. Made his Major League debut for his hometown Reds. Yep. He later became known as the old left-hander, which is ironic, considering his youthful age when he debuted. But he was the old left-hander as a longtime Reds broadcaster. Changeup is low. You might remember the history more than I do. Nuxall's story is he got there as that youngster, but did eventually go back down to the minor leagues before coming back. He got back in 52 and pitched a decade and a half. Yep. Mostly with the Reds. The pitch with Acuna running, and Perez fouls. And it's 1-1. Hey, Sox fans, enter the Ultimate Fan Sweepstakes for your chance to win a 2026 suite for a game. The winner will receive a 20-person suite for a regular season White Sox home game. Host your friends and family in luxury while cheering on your Sox. To enter, visit whitesox.com/sweepstakes. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Swing and a miss on a changeup. 1-2. Montgomery led off the second with a home run. McMahon led off the bottom of the third to tie it. That's where we stand at this stage in the 5th inning, and Weathers will step off. Here comes a 1-2. It's in the dirt on a slider. Acuna, moving around at first base, decided to stay. You mentioned all the rookies making their debuts this year, and the historic Reds doing the similar thing. I'm going to go with the Reds. Probably weren't a first-place team like the White Sox have been this year with this many debuts. That's kind of unheard of. That team was pretty good, actually. Finished third in the NL. Grounded foul behind the plate. The 44 Reds went 89, 65, and 1. Yeah, that's one tie. Yeah, and that would have been when there were 8 teams in the league, I assume. So it's about right. Correct. Cardinals won the pennant. 105 wins. 2-2 with Acuna running. Called strike 3. Throw to second late. Caballero's convinced he's out. But it looked to me like Luis Angel got in there. We're going to find out. 2 outs in the inning on the strikeout. And they want to check because just like the out on the stolen base by the White Sox, Acuna's foot might have just been hovering above the base because that feet first slide. So I would say New York is going to look at it, but we're in New York, so just a few miles away they'll take a look in the replay center. Very quick tag. Yep. Well, I don't know. Yeah, it's close enough to where it might be hard to overturn. Acuna definitely beat the throw, but his front leg that really dug into the dirt as he was sliding in. Well, we haven't seen an angle to where it seems like it would be something can be overturned. We keep getting that one wrong. As you look at the replay, can you see that right heel? Oh, yeah. Really dig in, and that, I think, slowed him down just a tad. Well, that's exactly what happened to Volpe when he was trying to slide. That's the problem when you go feet first. Generally, you're going to get called out on all the bang-bang plays because they know your foot just kind of digs in and hovers above the bag before you make contact with it.
After review, the call's overturned. The runner's out. Yankees retain his count.
So caught stealing ending the last 2 half innings. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Tied at 1 from New York on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
Waddle, good news. Looking for the best team in the American League? You got to go to Tampa.
And the Rays have won another.
The Rays are cooking, and they're doing it with their own special recipe. It starts on the mound where Drew...
Schlittler, 25 years old. He spent the season until June in Double-A last year, then moved up to Triple-A, and he was called up to the Yankees on July 9th, and what a difference he made. Swing and a miss. Gets him on the sinker. Swing and a miss. That's the sinker. 4 strikeouts in a row, 8 on the game.
It is a 1933 Gaudy Babe Ruth card. It is 8.5 PSA. It's graded higher than the one in the Smithsonian.
This card at one point came with a pack or a stick of chewing gum.
This card actually is almost a century old. It was bought for a penny.
So the fact that just the heritage of a card like this is now coming up almost 90 years later into an auction, it's a pretty special moment.
Left side, Cora. 2 hopper stumbles and the throw into the artificial surface. Now one of those embarrassing moments that all players have. Everything's normal to this point, everything's normal here, and now it becomes abnormal.
And look, he's suppressing a smile. Yeah. Come on now. He knows that's funny.
Sean Burke to Spencer Jones. First pitch, fastball just off the outside corner. That overturned challenge. A reminder, a second opinion, always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. The motion and the pitch. It is low on a slider. Go ahead, Jeff.
We asked Sox fans, do you want the White Sox to be buyers at the deadline and give up top prospects, or would you prefer they stand pat and keep those prospects?
Jones fouls. Well, you didn't give us any middle ground. It's one or the other, huh? I will guess the fans would say keep the prospects. I'm going to go along that path as well. We'll get the answer after this 2-1 from Burke to Jones. Swing and a miss. Jeff.
It is a close race, though, boys. 59% are prospect huggers. 41% want to go for it.
You didn't give us a third choice because it would have been 100%, right? Add and keep.
Exactly.
We want it all. Yeah.
Black or whites.
Check swing, strike 3. Fourth strikeout for Sean Burke.
Well, the only way you can do both is, you pick up talent and trade away stuff that's not considered prospects.
Or, there are creative ways to do things, and no doubt this front office is looking at every potential way to supplement the roster. Caballero bats, takes high on a slider. This is, I won't speak for Chris and his front office, but this is a real challenging time of year because they're in draft mode too.
Yep.
The pitch is a strike, so they're trying to win games on a daily basis in the big leagues, and they have an enormous draft coming up with the first pick. The 1-1 is hit on a line out into center. Here comes Peters, and he can't get it on a bounce, and it deflects to Perez. Caballero on his way to second, and he just beat the relay throw.
What a great job by Perez to be back there. Peters did that thing, and we've been very lucky quite often as our guys are committing to go try and make a play. Problem is this time he couldn't pick that short or in-between hop. Got past him with Perez back there to at least give himself a chance to throw the runner out at second.
Yes, and it was the throw from the outfielder, not a relay. A one-hop, good throw, but it ends up being a hustle double.
Good effort by Mydroff. He received it, and he had to catch it on the outfield side, and then he did jump back toward the base runner coming and tried to apply the tag.
So the go-ahead run at second base with one out, and Ryan McMahon pulls a bouncer foul to first. He homered off Burke to lead off the third. Well, they're going to say single and error. So Peters will be charged with an error.
Very rare, but it's accurate. Because if you overcommit right there and you don't make the play, it's very easy for them to say, well, he didn't have to overcommit. It should have been a single.
Fastball strike.
Just very rare that official scores actually score it that way.
Yeah, I would have guessed double, and I did actually on the air, but it's a single and an E8. Meanwhile, an 0-2 coming to Ryan McMahon. And he fouls to the screen behind the plate. Burke's throwing hard. That one at 98. He hit 99 earlier.
Yeah, normally he sits about 94, 95 with his fastball at tops, but he's showing you what he's capable of. If he needs to, he can go get a little extra.
Another 0-2. Curve is off the outside corner. Cleveland beat Milwaukee 4-2. Minnesota with a sweep at Texas 9-3 the final. Kansas City's got a big 7-2 lead at home in the third over St. Louis. Now they've got Caballero picked off at second. Sean Burke spun around and fired to second, and they get their man.
Boy, there's been some outs on the base paths. A couple of caught stealings, now a pickoff. Nice spin move by Burke, caught Caballero. It was taken off. He was going to steal, and he had no chance of getting back because as a potential base stealer, you're going on that first move of the pitcher. You're not going on, let me wait and see if he's spinning, then I'll run, because it's too late to try and steal.
Now, Burke was going to go into the stretch, and he wants a new ball, and it's too late. He's going to be dinged for ball 2. I think he realized there's nobody on base and I want to go back to the windup.
Yep.
But instead he asked for a ball and it was simply too late. And so he's going to keep the ball.
Yep.
It wasn't about the baseball.
Well, he tried.
2-2.
Now get your focus back and get the out.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. That was funky.
Yep, well, I'll take it. Got results.
Through 5. Sox 1, Yankees 1.
He leaps, he makes the catch, bangs into the fence, and holds on for the out.
Robbed by Marcy in center.
Ranging play by Volpe, the shortstop. Glove spins, throws to first in time. What a play.
Tommy Troy with a terrific diving grab. Another spectacular play at third by the 10-time Gold Glover.
Sanchez reaches up and makes the catch. Jump through the first, Caballero in time. What a play by Caballero.
Dives and makes the catch on the track. Chase Bowen laying it out.
Junior dives like Superman and makes the catch.
Then a leaping grab by Delgado along the line. Caught the ball and doubled him up. How about that? Beautiful play by Brett Beatty, who's having himself an afternoon.
And caught by Volpe. Ball game over.
Lee makes the catch. Oh, baby, what a play. Caught by Madrigal.
The hops of the Magic Man. Throws it all the way to first on one hop. Got him. What a play. That is vintage Zach Neto. What a play on that one.
I was so inspired by what you were making that I want to do my own all-star ballpark bite, but I'm thinking we take some of that brisket that you make, and I'm going to do like a little slider. Got the pepper jack cheese, some American, get it going with some of the barbecue sauce that you have, that spicy, delicious one, and then caramelized onions. Make like a little sandwich. Be cool?
Sound like a plan.
I think we did good.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chef.
NorthShore.com.
Tristan Peters leads off the 6th in a 1-1 deadlock. He flied to left in his first at bat. Ryan Weathers has been solid tonight, coming off a few tough ones. And the pitch to Peters is outside on a fastball.
You can definitely see Weathers has great stuff. No doubt about that. But he has been roughed up for 3 straight outings.
Sinker strike.
Not including tonight. He seems to have put it back together. But you don't like to see that, especially when you got the Sox needing a victory.
Here's his 1-1, and Peters showed bunt and took an outside fastball. White Sox doubles are sponsored by Tito's Handmade Vodka, America's favorite vodka for a reason, distilled and bottled by Fifth Generation Inc., Austin, Texas, 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Left-hander on a 2-2. And it's punched in the air out into center field for Spencer Jones, and he's got it.
One of the things I like to watch is a first-place team like the Yankees, and see how in sync they are as a club. That ball was hit, and the left fielder never really moved. The right fielder never really moved. The infielders all kind of started walking like, it's just assumed that's an out. Nothing can go wrong, where it should be the opposite. Just assume that something can go wrong, and if it doesn't, okay. But they did not run to back up or be prepared for the next play.
Chase Mydroth takes a strike on a slider. Well, if he gets a cookie here, I've got him hitting his 7th. Fastball inside, but it looked pretty good.
The catcher is challenging the pitch.
Escara challenges.
Well, this is going to be turned in favor of the Yankees.
It is a strike.
Pitch is a strike. New York retains their challenges.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, a cookie. That was not. That was a great pitcher's pitch.
Chase really swinging the bat with confidence of late. The 0-2 is hit foul off to the right out of play.
Pretty good pitch right there for him to hit the other way into the seats, and he'll hit one out of our ballpark to right field.
Another 0-2. Outside on a changeup. The 1-2 home. Backdoor sweeper, perfect pitch, called strike 3. 7 strikeouts for Weathers.
Yeah, good pitch. As you mentioned, backdoor. That started well off the outside corner, came back and painted it.
Grichuk hasn't had much luck, 0 for 2, both resulting in strikeouts. Sweeper strike on the outside edge.
That's one that could have been challenged probably.
The 0-1. Check swing strike on a changeup.
Well, he's getting some swings on that changeup, some check swings at that, half-hearted efforts. So that pitch is really nasty.
The 0-2 is a low inside slider. With Anthony Kay pitching last night, the Yankees had a left-handed batting practice guy. You might remember him, Andy Pettit.
Oh, yeah.
He's throwing BP. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 8 strikeouts for Weathers. Bottom 6.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
And here's Will Smith, a chance to hand out a present on his birthday. Smith drills one, left center field. It is gone! Number 16, time and again in clutch time. Pitching change for the Diamondbacks after some birthday in bobblehead night magic from Will Smith. From down 1 to up 1.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Stadium as we head to the bottom of the 6th, which is when we bring you our Gateway to the Booth, brought to you by the City of Countryside, Chicago's Western Gateway. It's an Ask DJ Day whenever you're ready, Mr. Jackson.
Give us a minute and we'll get right after it.
Sean Burke to J.C. Escara. Fastball strike.
Go for it.
Katie Thomas wants to know, DJ, why do you think the White Sox struggle so much at Yankee Stadium?
Oh, boy. Wish I had the formula for that answer.
Swing and a miss on a changeup. We want a stat? I know this is Ask DJ.
Yeah, I will say this. There is a bit of an intimidation factor coming into Yankee Stadium, and just the way these Yankees walk around with their chests out, and this is their house, and all the special championships that have come with the Yankees.
Pop fly off the bat of Escara, shallow right center. Braden Montgomery makes the catch. You ready for this?
Plus, it's New York City, and the guys, maybe they're enjoying the city, and they come in to work a little tired.
Well, whatever the reason, the Yankees have had a home winning record for 34 consecutive seasons.
There's something. Yeah, it's it's a real thing, but the White Sox need to figure it out tonight. Katie, just tonight we got to figure it out.
Fastball pumped in there on Ben Rice for a strike. He's 0 for 2.
It is an individual thing on wherever you play on the road, if how you feel in that particular ballpark.
Rice hits a one-hopper past Montgomery and out in the left field. Opposite field ground ball single for Ben Rice.
I didn't feel like it was anything tricky about playing in Old Yankee Stadium when I played there as a visitor. I didn't. I felt like it was amazing to do something there. The same house that Ruth and Gehrig and DiMaggio and Mantle and all the greats played in. But then there was the Houston Astrodome where I hated playing there. And I didn't have success. So it's just, it really should be an individual thing, not a collective thing.
Goldschmidt with a man on and one out. And he swings and misses. The Yankees have 33 consecutive winning seasons overall, second longest streak in North American sports history, behind only the Yankees, 39 years in a row from 26 to 64. There's a soft bouncer over to Vargas at first. He'll get it out at second, and Acuña's relay is late. I think we might have a double play here, no? Did it look to you like we might have an overrun at second base? Maybe not.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, the skipper hears you talking, and he's saying exactly what you did. He's pointing to second base.
I think Rice overran second base, and if that's the case, there might be a double play here.
All I know is that's one heck of a play by Vargas to at least initiate that double play effort.
Are challenging the slide rule at second base and the play at first base.
Now, the play at first is freebie. You have to ask for it, even though it might not matter at first. You just ask for it because you can, and you only need to get one of these right. Look to me, and I didn't see if Rice even slid, but once you disengage, no, he did slide, so he slides at second, and he definitely didn't stay engaged on the bag. I think this is going to be a double play.
I think he did stay engaged on the bag. When the play was actually being made, he lost contact with the bag after the ball was thrown away, but I think his foot stayed on the base.
No, see, he stumbled away, and he backed toward left field.
Right, after the ball was...
This is going to be close.
Yeah, I think after the defender had gone past him, he bumped into the defender, which he's allowed to do if he's going for the bag, and then he made the throw, and to me it looked like the base runner came off after that fact. Makes contact. He's still making contact with the bag and then comes off after the fact. So this play is already complete at second base.
But I'm not sure that matters.
It's because he did slide to the bag. His foot was on the base the whole time.
Yeah, you start getting into the letter of the law and timing and all of that. You're right. The stumble came after the ball left the hand, but I think the point is that you have to maintain control of yourself and stay connected to the base in that situation. So
we're about to find out exactly if you're allowed to lose contact after the play is already completed second, which I'm going to assume you should be able to because that play is finished. You're done. The defender's already passed you on his way to first base with this throw. And it's a good job, by the way, by Acuña. Kind of looked a little bit like soccer. Contact was made, and he went down looking for the penalty.
100%. You know, when there's contact, you always look now, because of the slide rule, to see if it was illegal. Here we go. You're going to hear Doug Eddings. And they had to look at two plays.
After review, both calls were confirmed. There was no slide violation at second, and it's confirmed the runner is safe at first base. Chicago will lose this challenge.
So, Will's shaking his head. He doesn't like the call, but as you said, The disengagement with the bag was after he had made contact with Acuna, and the ball was already out of his hand.
So it just looked like he had already slidden past the infielder, who then, after the fact, threw the ball, and the slide was already complete. It was finished.
I like the challenge, by the way. We're in the 6th inning, and that would have ended the inning.
Yes.
So Goldschmidt's at first, 2 outs. Here's Cody Bellinger, and he takes a curve for a strike.
Yeah, I think the challenge was well worth it, because we just found out that obviously you're allowed to go ahead and make contact, lose contact with the base after the defender's already passed you.
Bellinger pops it up, third base side. Colson Montgomery drifts into foul ground, and now he'll make the catch back in fair territory to end the threat. We head off to the 7th from New York.
You could describe Tulsa as a big, small town or a small, big city.
Tulsa is a very mixed city of arts and film and sports. I mean, it's a true melting pot of all kinds of things.
Professional baseball in Tulsa, it's actually older than the state of Oklahoma.
It's nice to play in front of, fans that you see on a daily basis.
Caught by Durbin. It's going to be a double play. Beautiful.
That's a terrific play going to his right by Paul Goldschmidt.
Boy, that's a nice grab.
He's going to slide. He makes the catch.
Man, that's a line drive and a diving catch by Junior.
Oh, and he makes the catch.
Diving stop by Turner. Flips to second. That stops on the grass. Long throw. And they got him. Wow.
What a play by Betts.
And he makes another spectacular catch. He is putting on a show in Baltimore. He twirled like a tornado and hauled that in. Young is able to get there. Pops up onto first. He got him.
Going back, and he makes a circus catch.
He makes the catch. Ryan Bliss, Superman in short right field.
Great play by Machado. Really nice swoop on the other end.
And makes the grab above his calf. And Siri makes a nice catch.
He has to be part of the action.
It's on! What a done! The full extension, he takes it away!
Well, we certainly served it up over the plate. This is a burger fit for a home run king, the 99 burger in honor of Aaron Judge. They sell a bazillion of these at Yankee Stadium. It looks pretty good. I feel like we passed the test. What about you?
I think so.
Beyond expectations. Visit ourbankchicago.com to get started.
Back in our Bell Tire broadcast booth at Yankee Stadium, we're in the 7th inning. Sox batting in a 1-1 tie. Ryan Weathers still in the game. Miguel Vargas leads it off. Weathers has allowed 3 hits, 1 run, 8 strikeouts. First pitch swing and a grounder over to third. McMahon's up with it, and the throw to first in time.
Hey, Sox fans, Wintrust proudly presents Big League Family Fun at the Ballpark. Stop by the Wintrust Kids Zone in left field, where kids can develop their pitching, batting, and base running skills with White Sox youth coaches. Wintrust, proud partner of your White Sox.
Now Colson Montgomery, who has homered and grounded out. The pitch, a swing and a liner, foul to right, out of play. One strike the count on the left-hand hitting third baseman tonight, mostly shortstop. He takes down and away on a sweeper. Think about trying to avoid damage against a lot of these Yankee hitters. Well, that's what the Yankees are trying to avoid against a guy like Montgomery. Swing and a miss on a low changeup, 1-2.
Yeah, he's definitely made an impression against them in the last couple of games. I guarantee it. In a 1-1 ball game, they're thinking, this is the last guy that we're going to let beat us.
Now tied for the team lead with 20 home runs, along with Murakami, who's on the IL. Sweeper low and away. 2-2 on Montgomery. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. Notice a pattern. Yep. Everything's down. Yep. Wind blowing out. Weathers does not want to throw a meatball.
Yeah, and when you say down, they're exaggerated down. The pitch he hit out of here was knee high. So they're making sure it's well below that.
That sets up a 3-2. And he takes low. That's a good at bat. He just kind of knew, I think, right, that Weathers wasn't going to challenge him.
Been a good night for Weathers. That's his first walk issue. And it means something to the manager.
They've got a right-hander up. And that guy's coming into the game. Aaron Boone will make a pitching change. Runner on, 1 out, top 7. Sox 1, Yankees 1. We're back to New York in a moment on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
In baseball, it's important to use your head, but it's not always helpful.
Did hit him in the head, and oh no, it's going to be a home run. Well, Jose, you have company.
And batter beware, the animal is loose.
Can I see that jump again? It looked like Luke Cornett trying to block a 3.
Now, there's top rail, and then there's yelling 4.
Hits him right in the palm of the glove.
It certainly grades an A for effort.
David Peterson on to pitch. Jacob Marcy loses the bat.
Oh, somebody's throwing a baseball up there from the Mets dugout to try and loosen it.
Shot up the middle. That's where Hyer Lee is, and he drops the ball. Unbelievable.
And how about a look at some heads-up defensive plays?
Converging. It's Antonacci with the diving play.
And what a rolling grab by Jorge Barrosa. It's by the pool, and Siri got it. He went up and got it.
That, folks, is the magic of baseball.
Royo on the spin, smother. Got him.
Fundy goes behind the back.
How about that?
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Bell Tire. Visit your neighborhood Bell Tire or belltire.com.
New pitcher's a right-hander, Fernando Cruz, 36 years old, former Red, second year with the Yankees. His strikeout rate is down significantly, and it's still over 30%. So he misses a lot of bats. He does walk people. And the league hitting 182 against him.
Yeah, 40 strikeouts in 31 innings.
Caro batting left-handed with Montgomery at first and 1 out. Fastball is outside. 7th inning, tied at 1. Rice holds Colson at first base. Not much of a lead. The pitch. Popped up. Third base way, and it is into the seats behind the Sox dugout. Cruz 4-1 with a 2.01 ERA.
Well, the only thing we need is for him to hang one.
Swinging a fly ball out into right center, not deep. Long run in for Spencer Jones, and he makes the catch.
It went the wrong way initially, but that ball just hung up. He was able to run underneath it, but he definitely took a little bit of time to figure out where that was going.
Braden Montgomery checks in left-handed with 2 outs. The pitch. Slider strike.
Braden completely off balance. He was timing a fastball, and he kind of got fooled. His balance was off, so he couldn't swing at it, and it was kind of hanging.
And swings and misses on a low splitter.
The education as a big leaguer, well, you can only get it when you become a big leaguer. League starts hearing about your talent, and they're going to pitch to you like you're a veteran in the big leagues, and you're going to have to prove you can hit them.
He'll get a 2-strike timeout. Mentioned Cruz is 36. He's from Puerto Rico. He has been doing it a long time. Long hold. Here's the pitch. He struck him out swinging on a split. 7th inning stretch from New York. After the break, Jeff Meller will take us around the league. It's a 1-1 tie on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
I'm Courtney Cronin, here with...
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Bottom of the first inning here from Wrigley Field. 0-0. Cubs and the Rockies. Deep to center field. Carried back at the warning track, and it is gone. A bleacher souvenir for PCA. Home run number 13. What a start. It is 1-0 Cubs. And there's been quite a power surge for PCA here over the last few weeks. Starts it off with 434. Halfway up the bleachers in right center.
The first thing people realize is the history of Montgomery, and that history is real. So while that history is in the past, it also helps us move forward in a positive way.
Just like a lot of other of the 120 minor league teams, is, the baseball is not what we do, right? The Tampa Bay Rays do a phenomenal job of sending amazing athletes here, and we let them handle the baseball, and we handle everything outside the line.
Speaking of milestones, Royce Lewis' next home run will be number 50. 3-1 pitch, a swing, a fly ball, left center field and deep. Back it goes, deep it goes, and that is gone. Long home run for Royce Lewis. A Major League homer, number 50 for Royce.
What a swing. He absolutely crushed this baseball. Whether it was carrying or not like it was last night, he barreled this thing up. That thing got out of here by a long ways. 444 feet, 107.6 off the bat.
Wow, to left center.
On the IL today as he suffered a hamstring injury. Phillies, well, Adolis Garcia set to undergo season-ending surgery on his lat. And Mets hoping to get Francisco Lindor back soon as he starts a rehab assignment on Friday. Speaking of the Mets and Phillies, the Mets right now lead the Phillies 6-3. Juan Soto with a couple of home runs in that game. Brian Wu, magnificent for the Mariners. Earlier today, he had 7 scoreless in the 3-0 win over the Orioles. Right now, White Sox and Yankees all tied up at 1 as we head to the bottom of the 7th. Back to Len Casper and Darren Jackson.
Thank you, Jeff. A reminder, White Sox double plays are brought to you by Steinhoffels. Refresh your home and patio this summer with Steinhoffels, Chicagoland's furniture and mattress leader, and a proud partner of the White Sox. Shop in store and online at steinhoffels.com. Brian Hudson went an inning and 2/3, a hit, 2 strikeouts. Burke 4 1/3 now, 3 hits, 1 run, a walk, 5 punch-outs, trying to keep this game tied in the bottom of the 7th. Taylor and Dominguez are rested. Both should be very much in play tonight.
You're just hoping that Sean can get through this part of the lineup and let the offense give you a little support.
Here's Jason Dominguez, and he takes a high curveball. 4 hits for the Yankees. The Sox own 3. The wind howling straight out. The pitchers have been a little better tonight than the batters. 1-0 is fouled, 1-1.
Yeah, I mean, it has been a more dominant performance for the pitching. We talked about at the onset of the broadcast that all hitters are thinking about getting it out of here tonight with the wind blowing out. And we had some deep fly balls early, but only a couple got out.
Fouled on a fastball. Count now 1-2. Anthony Volpe's on deck. A pitch. Fouled. A late cut at a curve. Dominguez flied to the warning track in center in the second, caught looking in the fourth. Facing Burke for the second time. 1-2 is hit on 2 bounces to Vargas at first. The throw is just in time. Burke got his foot down at first just before Dominguez got there.
Man, that was close. Dominguez getting down that line in a hurry. Burke just had to really be quick tagging the bag. They want a challenge. The Yankees want a challenge.
The Yankees are challenging the outcall first base.
I mean, it was
close.
Yeah. Haven't seen a replay, but Burke kind of slowed down, and got the throw early, and then he had to really hustle. This is one of those, I don't know. Dominguez.
My guesses are going to say he's safe, but it is about as close as it gets. The good news for the White Sox is the original call was out.
Yeah, that's the key. Again, it was seeing a replay. I'd have a hard time saying that one or the other got there first. If anything, I would lean in the direction what you said. If anything, it would be they'd lean toward the base runner.
But that's always the question with replay, is leaning enough to overturn it.
That's exactly right. I mean, what we're seeing, I don't think you can get any closer because Burke's spike could hit the bag about the same time as Dominguez. I mean, I don't see how you can overturn it. They just really slowed it down.
The more we see it. Review, the call stands. The runner's out.
Yeah.
New York loses challenge.
You know, the last look was about the 7th look I had. I thought, maybe he got him.
That's the first time. Yeah, of all the looks we just saw, they zoomed in on the feet, and it did look like Burke just got there about the exact same time, so you can't overturn it.
The center field shot is, I think, the one that made us think he was out. So, there is one out. Sinker is up and in on Volpe. That could be a huge play. Instead of a man on, nobody out, it's 1 out, nobody on. Slider over at the knees. It's 1-1.
And this was a spot where Jazz Chisholm would be hitting instead of Volpe, and he went down to injury.
Fouled a ball, came back up to hit him in the groin area, and he had to exit the game. Fouled. Grant Taylor is up in the bullpen. Here's a 1-2. A swing and a fly ball, well hit out into left. Perez is back. Can't get it. It's off the wall. He's going to have to chase it down. And Volpe's trying for third. He's going to be tagged out.
Thank you.
Colson Montgomery tagged him. Junior Perez with an outfield assist in his big league debut. Volpe got a little greedy. That's out number 2.
Absolutely. The play is right in front of him. And to me, Perez has shown earlier in the game that he can throw. He's already shown that. You're challenging the young man. He had a good momentum behind his throw. It was a perfect one hop with time for Montgomery to catch it and come back and apply a tag. That is not worth the risk for Volpe.
Great job by Colson. He did the thing you talked about. Just go right at that runner. He almost tackled him. Swing and a miss by Spencer Jones.
Well, I think it's pretty established now that if you get a ball that you have to go tag somebody, you have to apply a tag, dive at them. Just dive at the space between you and the bag. That way you're going to beat them to the bag.
Cut and a miss. Jones lost his helmet. 0-2.
And that's something you'd have to practice. It's not something that's natural for an infielder applying a tag.
Fouled. Still 2 strikes on Spencer Jones.
That last pitch, 98 on the hands of Spencer Jones. You can tell Burke is just amped after his defense just picked him up.
The 0-2 is outside and high.
By the way, that double off the wall was a nice effort out there by Perez, but one that he could not make. It was not routine.
Changeup is off the outside.
In other words, had he caught it, it would have been a spectacular grab.
Yeah, it really took off the bat of Volpe. 2-2. Fouled in the air, back into the seats. Well, Volpe credited with a double, but he's thrown out 7-5 at third base. The pitch. Called strike 3. Bumped a fastball in there.
Dot the I's and cross the T's.
Off to the 8th. Sox 1, Yankees 1 on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
Do you need home financing? Check out Marquette Bank. Looking for a home lender you can trust? You need Marquette Bank. Level up your home.
How does one of baseball's most celebrated plays connect to one of baseball's most notorious curses? Through a cross-country move, an earthquake, and the Men of Steel? Find out on Hall of Fame Connections.
It was a defensive play so iconic that we simply call it the catch.
This is the glove Willie Mays had when he made that catch. This is great.
But let me touch it for a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oakland pitcher Dave Stewart was named the World Series MVP.
It really comes from like the kings of Siam would give their courtiers white elephants, which were sacred animals, and they'd be too expensive again to maintain. Would put them into financial ruin.
They need to know this story. That's amazing.
Nobody could steal a base like Ricky.
I'm the greatest of all time. Thank you.
So imagine making steals in these stuff.
So these are Thai cubs.
These are Thai cubs.
So what I want to know is, were they ever swabbed for the DNA of opposing pitchers?
Roberts is no stranger to stolen bases himself.
That's what makes him special, is that everybody knew he was going to steal.
Roberts is going. Safe.
You know what they say? One great play deserves another.
Catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv and discover your own connections to the game at baseballhall.org.
Got a pinch batter in the 8th inning. Sam Antonacci will replace Acuna. Still tied at 1. Here we go. The pitch. Sam takes outside on a fastball. (1-0). Antonacci hits a high fly ball right field toward the corner. It's back there, and it is going to land foul. Right near the 314 marker, just into the seats next to that sidewall.
And thank goodness it got out because it didn't have the depth to be a home run. And it was high. It was threatening, but the right fielder, Dominguez got over there. Had that been a fair ball, he probably makes a play.
1-1 on the left-hand hitting Antonacci. Cruz pitches. Slider low. A little hesitation by Escar, waiting for a call. Each team with both ABS challenges, but both lost their other challenge, which doesn't matter now. We're in the 8th. There's a swing and a line drive. Fair. Right field corner. Antonacci towards second. He's got a pinch double, sponsored by Tito's.
That's useful. I was going to say they're going to have to ask the kid to go up there and put down a bunt, get him over possibly, but he's not going to get the chance. It's going to be a pinch hitter again. Back-to-back pinch hitters as Jacob Gonzalez is on his way to the plate.
Gonzalez is 0 for his last 18. And we're going to get a pitching change. Aaron Boone out toward the mound. Sox threatening, runner at second, nobody out. We're in the 8th and a 1-1 tie on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
You've got to get to Gerald Honda of Countryside and shop new.
Yes, Scooter, you made the phrase, holy cow, popular. So, at this time, Scooter, your friends have decided to present you with your own holy cow. You know, I'm not sure that was rehearsed beforehand.
Here comes JT. Oh, boy. That ball's drilled deep to left by JT. It is gone. 2-run home run. He's getting his foot down, and the Phillies are on top 5-0.
His last couple games now, he ain't missing them.
412 feet.
JT hammers one to left, and it's his second straight game with a homer. Number 5 on the year. This one a 2-run shot.
No doubt about that. A hanging slider, and JT made him pay.
I-8094. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT.
So ex-Sox Tim Hill, the side-arming lefty, will face a pinch hitter Jacob Gonzalez. Sam Antonacci at second base has been really good in the pinch. He is now 3 for 4 with 2 doubles and a walk as a pinch hitter.
Overall, our team as a pinch hitting club have done very well.
Yep, good point. Left-left matchup. Gonzalez bunts. It's toward third, and it's foul.
Hill kind of ran that one in on Gonzalez and unable to keep that fair. It was a perfect pace for a bunt to get him over for sure, but unfortunately it ended up foul. Well, they've told the story. They don't want him swinging to advance the runner, so corners should be charging hard.
Peters on deck. And he hit him. Up and in on a fastball, so Hill might have anticipated another possible bunt.
And he was not showing bunt there.
2 on, nobody out.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, that pitch is an indication that he thought he was going to try and square around a bunt again, and he didn't. He threw it up and in, and he took it off the right tricep.
So Tristan Peters, probably the best bunter on the team, and the Yankees have both corners way in.
He's got to make sure that they don't have that spin, cover at third base with the shortstop, and he's leaning that way, so you can't bunt this hard to third base. They'll have a play.
The pitch, he squares, he bunts, it's foul. He tried to push it toward third.
This is where you've got to do the butcher boy. You cannot just bunt and hope that they don't make the play at third base. They have a play on to go ahead and make sure you don't advance the runners. So pull it back, slap it past them. It's justified in this situation.
1-1 eighth inning. 2 on, nobody out for the Sox. The pitch, Peters bunts, foul behind the plate.
That's the problem. It does become where you're trying to be so perfect, deadening the bunt, because they're charging in on you hard. And it's hard enough to bunt in the first place, but now you're trying to be absolutely perfect with it, aiming it.
Well, you know me, I'd do it again, especially now Rice is way back at first.
Yes.
Pitch, he hit him.
Wow.
Down near the back calf.
Wow.
On an 0-2, he hit him.
He threw that behind Peters. I mean, it's 0-2, and Tim Hill just threw it behind Peters, who obliged happily to say, I'm not moving, I'm taking this one for the team.
Bases loaded, nobody out for Chase Mydroth, and the entire Yankee infield now will gather on the mound.
Aaron Boone looks like he has a headache. This showed a close-up of him rubbing his temple.
Well, the one thing you know for sure, you could bet the house on, they did not expect Hill to come in and hit 2 left-hand batters.
That's a fact. Now, you're kind of set up for your best position to get it done. You got the bases loaded. You got a contact most of the time guy when he's trying to. Guy up there that can get the run in from third.
Infield in. Chase takes low. So the Yankees are not thinking 2. They're going to cut down this runner at home plate. It's Antonacci at third, Gonzalez at second, Peters at first. Hill on a 1-0. Grounded foul.
Oh, man. Chase just swung at a pitch that was probably 8 inches off the inside corner.
The 1-1. It's high and outside on a slider. 2-1.
Now, this is where you're in the driver's seat if you're Chase. Just look for something to smoke.
And he fouls in the air, off to the right out of play.
That was a hittable. That was 88 miles an hour, right at the bottom of the strike zone and down the middle.
I'll use your line here. Jam yourself, right?
Well,
at
this stage now,
yep.
Yes, with 2 strikes.
2-2, and he struck him out swinging on a high fastball that was out of the zone. Maybe a little RBI anxiety. Oh, no. Here comes Randall Grichuk with 1 out.
Well, I agree with you 100%. Chase came into this series a .220 hitter with men in scoring position, so it's not his best when he's hitting. There are guys in scoring position, and he just let the left-hander off the hook.
Aaron Boone will get a righty with Grichuk coming up, and Will Venable will go with Andrew Benintendi. The wheels are turning. 1-1.
Yogi Berra was an 18-time All-Star and 10-time World Series champion.
This is the only perfect game in World Series history. You ask him about it, and he would say, it ain't been done before, and it ain't been done since.
David Wells was perfect on May 17th, 1998. Beanie Baby Day.
It's not the pitcher that's calling the game, it's the catcher calling what pitch to throw.
Home plate is 17 inches wide. And so he said, well, if it's more than an inch, and it was a lot more than an inch, then it's an illegal bat.
Well, he is. He's out. Yes, sir. He's out. Look at this. Keep it down a little, will you, please?
Okay, Yogi.
Casey Stengel and the other touring ball players met the King of England.
Of course, with my English, we had a little trouble understanding each other.
As Yogi said, when you come to a fork in the road, take it. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 462926.
New pitcher is a 28-year-old right-hander, Camilo Doval, former San Francisco Giant. 32nd appearance. He's 3-0 with a 5.06 ERA, and he'll face Andrew Benintendi. Bases loaded, 1 out, and a 1-1 tie. We're in the 8th inning.
Well, he may have the high ERA, but this guy has got a cannon for an arm. So get something to drive and don't miss it.
They're back in the middle for 2. Benintendi with a fly ball out into right. It's a grand slam. And oh, I got a story for you, partner.
Wow. Went up there looking for a strike, and he definitely did not miss the fastball right down the middle. Ready to hit, and the Sox once again with a pinch hit home run.
I was going to tell it before the at-bat, but I waited. That home run brought to you by Hard Rock Casino. I ran into Andrew in the clubhouse as I was walking out after the manager's show. And I passed him and I said, "Have you been outside?" He said, "No, why?" I said, "Oh, the wind is howling." He goes, "In or out?" I said, "Straight out." He goes, "Good night to hit."
Oh, man.
First pitch he sees.
He was ready.
He was ready. 5-1. Vargas takes ball 1.
Man, did the White Sox need that. And they had, as you said, you're making the moves as a manager now. Both managers making the moves. They had the chess pieces in the right places, and the White Sox came out on top.
Vargas fouls on a sinker. Benintendi with his first pinch hit of the year. He had been 0 for 10.
Well, man, did it matter. You know, the White Sox needed the true lift, and they got it. This game's not over, but it is uplifting to say the least.
Swinging a fly ball, well hit out into deep center. Back on it, Jones. He's on the track, and he makes a catch to retire Vargas.
Well, the White Sox fans that are in attendance, and there are quite a few. I mean, there was an eruption with the swing by Benintendi in this ballpark. For those fans that were here, you look out, and they were on their feet.
Pinch hit, 4-run homer for Andrew Benintendi.
That's the best kind.
That's 5 pinch hit home runs for the White Sox.
Yes.
Double check that.
Yes, and, you know, it seemed like every single one of them mattered.
It was a base hit, Colson Montgomery into right.
Mentioned Doval has a good arm, but he's thrown a couple of meatballs, and they haven't been missed. The 1 out was a deep fly to the center field warning track that he's acquired so far in the 3 batters that he has faced.
Caro with a man on and 2 outs.
But don't stop. Put another one in the seats.
The pitch is outside.
Pinch hit home runs and the topper, Yankee Stadium grand slam.
1-0 is a sinker at 100. It was over but low.
And that's another thing. Benintendi is probably the established best fastball hitter the White Sox have. When he's looking for it, he can get the barrel on it like he did.
Throw to first, Montgomery back. Right when he walked up, I remembered the look on his face when I told him the wind was blowing out at 30 miles an hour. He went, good night to hit, huh? The 2-0 is chopped over the mound, and an out recorded at second. As Volpe was coming across the bag, he fired to first, but he had already gotten Colson Montgomery at second. Benintendi off the bench with a grand slam. It's 5-1 Sox in the 8th on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
Hey, it's the good kid. When it comes to my ride, I don't mess around.
23-year-old flamethrower Chase Burns, the second overall pick in 2024.
And the pitch blew by you. Strike 3 right over the outside corner, 2 down.
That might be the first time we've seen triple digits from Chase Burns today. Ran that one up there at 100. That's a good time to reach back for a little extra right there to put a guy away. Burns brings it. Swing and a miss. There it was. 99 right on by him. Triolo down on strikes. And the inning comes to a close on Burns' 5th strikeout of the game.
And make it 2. It's a half dozen Ks for Chase Burns.
Breaking ball in the dirt. Davis looked like he had no chance.
That one had a bit of bite to it. Kind of spun that one in the zone to Horowitz for the first batter of this inning hit.
Second, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him with a slider. 7 strikeouts for Chase Burns through 5 innings of shutout baseball against the Pirates. It's the Reds 2, Pirates nothing. Welcome back to Cincinnati. Gino swung on, crushed, high, deep left field. There it goes. Goodbye into the second deck. A 3-run go-ahead blast.
Suarez to the second deck, and he thunders the Reds ahead 3-2.
Well, there was absolutely no doubt about that one right there. 431 feet for Suarez. That ball was smashed.
For even the heaviest control problems, visit NorthShore.com.
So Sean Burke, the beneficiary of a grand slam from Andrew Benintendi. Burke in the bottom of the 8th with a 5-1 lead. Jose Caballero leads it off.
Counting outs. Need 6 of them. Starting right here.
Caballero started to bunt, took a head-high curveball. Gonzalez now playing first base. Vargas over at third. Montgomery is at short. Antonacci's in left. The pitch swung on and missed on a high fastball, 1-1.
Looked like that was a little out of the strike zone, and he went from showing bunt to chasing a pitcher's pitch.
The 1-1, a swing and a miss.
Slider's been very good for Sean in this outing. Curveball's generally the pitch that he relies on a little more heavily than the slider, but I think tonight it's been reversed.
Deep breath by the big righty, Sean Burke. And a 1-2. He struck him out swinging, stayed upstairs with a fastball. And talking with the manager, he said really the theme of the year has been never quit. I think the secondary theme has been enormous home runs. I mean, more than I can probably remember at this point. Carroll, the walk-off, Vargas, the walk-off, Braden Montgomery in his debut, Derek Hill.
Yes, timely home runs.
There's a line shot off the bat of McMahon right to Vargas. 2 down.
Yeah, I agree. It seems that when the White Sox have needed anybody to deliver the key home run, when they need more than one run in particular, it's happened. It's been strange because we're not used to that.
Ball 1 to Escara. 5-1 White Sox in the 8th. pitch. Cutter strike, 1-1.
The White Sox scored 5 runs last night, that is. The problem is they gave up 10. So it's really come down to this. The offense still has been pretty steady, but the pitching has had its struggles. If the pitching's doing what we've seen tonight, then the offense steps up.
There's a swing and a fly ball into right. Braden Montgomery over into right center will grab it. Sean Burke has been excellent. Exactly what the White Sox needed tonight. We had to...
This ball set into left center. Jake Myers. What a catch. What a catch by Jake Myers. He had a long way to go.
7 innings, no earned runs, 3 hits, 9 strikeouts for Nolan McLean. What an outing.
Gone! Pete Crow Armstrong with a home run down the line.
Pete Crow Armstrong has now homered in all 3 games of the series.
Tyler O'Neill goes skyscraping at the right field fence to rob Raleigh of at least 2 bases, maybe 2 more.
I think he pulled it back.
Yeah, he did. Take strike 3. A new career high. 12 strikeouts for Kyle Bradish.
One of the great performances we've seen this season by an Orioles pitcher.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Chicago White Sox baseball, ESPN Chicago.
Jeff Meller with a great reminder. Andrew Benintendi hit that game-winning homer in Arizona in the 9th inning back in April.
Well, you know what's amazing is when we're trying to remember them all. That is, instead of saying, yeah, remember that one, and we were saying, how many?
Top 9, 5-1 Sox. The batter is Braden Montgomery against Doval. I'm not sure Sean Burke is done just yet. He's at 78 pitches. Montgomery with a half-swing strike. Burke at 6 1/3. The White Sox do not have a starter listed for Saturday, so as it stands right now, it looks like it's probably a bullpen day. So with that in mind, if you can not use, let's say, a Grant Taylor tonight, that would be a huge benefit going into that Detroit series. So I think Burke might get a shot to potentially finish this game. He didn't start it, but he might finish it. Swinging a fly ball the other way, left field. It's back, and it is caught on the warning track by Cody Bellinger to get Braden Montgomery.
Seemed to catch it off the end of the bat a little bit, because we know he's got the pop to go that direction, but couldn't do it there.
Here comes Antonacci. He started that big rally. Pinch hitters in the 8th inning. Antonacci doubled. Gonzalez was hit by a pitch. Benintendi hit a go-ahead grand slam.
That'll work.
Slider strike.
I'm going to have to stop saying that pinch hitting is the hardest thing in baseball to do, because apparently not anymore, because our guys are making it look pretty simple.
The 0-1 to Sam is hit on the ground up the middle. Good hop played by Volpe, and he'll throw to first in time.
Chicago Sports Network is your TV home for White Sox baseball. Stream the Sox all season long, anytime, anywhere, on up to 3 devices with the CHSN app.
With 2 outs, it is Jacob Gonzalez. And he taps on the ground foul behind home plate.
I think they got a piece of Vizcarra. He's taking a little time and trying to recover, but not much time. He's ready.
0-1. Sinker misses off the outside corner.
One of the things about baseball is Gonzalez got called up. He was locked in, and if you don't keep that swing, if you don't play every day, it could take just a day or two for you to get the timing a little bit off.
1-1. Swung on and missed on a sinker. One ball, 2 strikes on the rookie first baseman. The pitch. He got him swinging on a changeup. We head to the bottom of the 9th. 5-1 Sox on the Hard Rock Casino. White Sox.
They're loaded now for Langoliers.
2 grand slams in his career. Crack to deep center field. Varsho going back as far as he can go. And Langoliers has a grand slam. Shea's 3rd home run of the series is a grand slam. And they have blown this game wide open.
And in grand fashion.
Shea
Langoliers can do no wrong right now.
Glenn Casper play-by-play.
Almost one deep turn.
Terry Jackson's analysis
connects, boy. They go far.
This is the Chicago White Sox Baseball Network.
Sean Burke has really been at his best as a bulk reliever, and tonight no exception. 6 1/3, 4 hits, 1 run, and he's still working in the bottom of the 9th inning against Ben Rice. And a sinker is high. I think 2 things are at play here. Burke has earned the chance with a 4-run lead, especially against the top of the order. You don't take any chances, but he has been that good. There's a swing and a deep drive foul to right out of play. I spoke to the bullpen. Newcomb not available. We saw Taylor up earlier, but if you can save him till possibly tomorrow or Saturday, that would help. Dominguez got the save on Sunday, but struggled. So ideally, Burke can get through this 9th, and you can save some of those bullets for Friday. Swinging a fly ball out into deep center. Peters back toward the wall, and he makes a catch.
Pitch to the big part of the park. And doesn't matter. It's just a long out with Peters running underneath that one with no problem. Wind's still blowing, so ball's going to keep carrying like it had been earlier. But I agree. I mean, I think he's earned this opportunity. And look, you're counting outs. You need 2 more outs before they can score 4 runs.
Yes.
Just get your mind around that. That's hard to score 4 runs before you can get 2 outs.
Goldschmidt with a little base hit, bloop out into center field. I think he splintered his bat on that swing, and that'll extend his hitting streak. He's now 1 for 4.
Yeah, he swung at a pitch that was 4 or 5 inches off the inside corner and broke his bat indeed. But it's almost as if he anticipated that pitch in there, so he was able to make good enough contact to get a result.
That's a 10-game hit streak for Goldschmidt. The batter is Bellinger. And a liner foul, first base side. Gonzalez reached out, couldn't get it, but it landed behind the bag foul. I really like how this White Sox staff, led by Will Venable, they do try to kind of map out a game in terms of their pitching, but they're able to adjust on the fly. The 0-1 swung on and missed on a curve. If the Sox scratched out an 8th-inning run, he might not have been back out for the bottom of the 8th. But when you get the 4, that changes everything.
Yeah, I don't think I have seen in the modern way of coaching now, the way it goes with all the analytics and the preparation, that we've seen a better staff.
Fly ball out into the left. Antonacci over toward the corner will make the catch. He came in kind of diagonally, and then the wind grabbed it. But he was able to make the play. 2 down.
You'd be hard-pressed throughout baseball, in my opinion, to think that there is a better staff. Maybe there's some equals or just as good, as much as well prepared and can get the most out of the players. But I do look at our staff and think they're as good as anybody in baseball.
2 down, 9th inning. Goldschmidt not held at first. Jason Dominguez, the batter. Burke pitches. Curve is high, and a good challenge by Edgar Carroll. Why not? We're in the 9th. And it's a strike.
The pitch is a strike. Chicago retains their challenge.
There we go. And one of the things about our staff I'm going to add is they'll admit that they're fallible. They don't act as if they already know it all. They'll keep adjusting. If they make some little miscue or mistake, they'll adjust, they'll admit it, and they'll try and correct it immediately, just like a player would.
0-1. Swing and a miss on 98. So Burke's still throwing gas here in the 9th. 0-2. He comes set and pitches. Called strike 3. Ball game over. What a performance by Sean Burke. He didn't start it, but he finished it. And in a weird way, it might even feel better than to be pulled in the 8th inning if you're a starter, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think this means a lot.